Ah, welcome back to the White Time channel. Today, best songs number 4, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a long series, longer than we thought it would go, but we're still doing these. They're not as frequent as we said they were going to be because there's a lot of albums to get to that we want to listen to. And a lot of the songs from this video have kind of like made us put albums on our wheels, so it is working.
This is true.
But there's probably going to be this part and then maybe one other part. We'll probably try to squeeze them into a 5-part series. But we'll let you know as we go. It's kind of just vibes at this point. But a lot of range today again. There are a lot of kind of more YouTube songs, especially with Joanna Newsom stuff. So we'll probably do that in the next part. And we have some other long songs in that part too. But this time, I'm doing a couple of those. I don't think we need to intro much since, there are 3 other parts for you to enjoy already. So I think you get the concept. But
Yes.
yeah. And people entering submissions a little late. I don't think we'll be able to get to them. I mean, I think I've heard all of the songs that people have requested since our deadline, actually. But if I'm interested in your song, I'll still listen to it and maybe throw a comment in there. But same with that hour-long Arca song. Maybe I'll do that before the next episode of this so I can talk about that, because we obviously cannot react to an hour-long song in this video because we will both go insane. So
Yes.
I don't care how good it is. That's too long for a camera shining in my face. But
Yes.
without further ado, we can just kind of jump in, I think. And they hit me with a foreign song right away, so it's going to be great. Tau Petite by Igor. I've listened to this song probably over 1,000 times and still do not know it by heart. It is that intricate, incredible vocal performance by person and musical composition by other person. I'm not even going to try.
Well, it's on the screen.
Yeah.
So.
The vocalist sings in a made-up emotions before meaning language. The title translates to very little sparrow. French breakcore beats and tweaks ended on a piano and violins playing Chopin. Goosebumps every time. It might be a grower. To me, this is to the day the rawest expression of pain I have heard in music. You'll have to be in the mood for it, though, I admit. I'm in the mood for pain.
Okay.
And then they had a recommendation for stuff, so I might check that stuff out, too, if I dig this. But, yeah, let's just get into it.
Yes.
I don't think I have any experience with French breakcore, so...
No, me neither. I don't even know what that is.
Tau Petite Mignon. I don't know. I have no idea if I said that right.
Bueno.
I don't know. That song.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I get why this was submitted, but this is not for me at all. It's fine, but yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's just, it was loud and abrasive, and that's not usually what I go for with music. I understand that is the point of this, is supposed to be this display of pain and loss in some way, I would guess. Um, but I don't know. Didn't really resonate with me. But as that person said, it's maybe a grower.
Real. Yeah, I enjoy that. I don't know if I would ever like go back to it unless I'm like very specifically in the mood for that. It's one of those things where it's like someone submits a song and it's like, okay, I get the merit here definitely, but it's not something I'm gonna really go back to. But I did really love the delicate piano. The vocals were pretty great, and I don't mind the breakcore kind of introduction. I like the like contrast of the abrasiveness of that to like the pianos going on. I also really liked when that guitar kind of entered. That was like a really cool, like just filled the mix with that kind of noise, which I really enjoyed. So very interesting. I feel like when did this thing come out?
2012, I
2012.
think.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like this was kind of during that time where like very aggressive EDM was kind of in, not unlike mainstream, but like, you know, if you were into kind of dance or electronic, there were a more abrasive type of style that was gaining popularity. So I am a little bit familiar with that kind of stuff, but not bad at all. I mean, the mix on it was great. They did really well with like pairing the abrasiveness with the very delicate piano. So pretty good. I don't think I'd ever go back to it unless like I'm very specifically like, okay, this is what I want to listen to. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely understand the submissions. So
Mm-hmm.
epic. All right. Next we have "Woman" by Angel Olsen. This is from her, I think, 2016 record. Yeah, 2016 record, "My Woman." I think I've only heard "Big Time" from her, so I have not heard a lot. So
I have not heard any of her stuff.
I think you'll enjoy
Um,
it.
I mean, just looking at the cover of Big Time, I should love it, but I
Hmm.
know that's the one that like all of her fans like, it's fine. So
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
that's why I'm excited because like I enjoyed that record. Like it was quality, but if that's like her like weakest, then this is gonna be pretty good, I think. So
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll
I'm
find out right
excited.
now.
Yeah.
Almost over, and I'm still your clown. I've been thinking how your smile seems to last forever, even if it's just a while. We are there together. And I could still breathe for you. Open up and scream for you. What makes me what makes me
"Woman."
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Um, yeah, I mean, like I didn't really know what to expect. But I mean, pretty impressed. I really like the kind of gradual build of it all. Also, I wasn't expecting like, is there any connection with the Big Thief lady? Because it sounds just like that new record, the
I don't think so.
Dragon. It sounds like her.
Yeah, it is a little similar actually.
Like, is this the lady? Because
Nah.
I haven't listened to the Big Thief. I've heard like a couple songs off of the new one.
Yeah, Adrian Linker
Um,
has like a very unique voice, but there's definitely like a little bit of similarity between the two. I don't know
yeah,
what exact part of it is, but like yeah, I can see that.
there's a little bit of
Yeah.
like that action going
Hmm.
on. Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty dang good. Um, I'm not much of a lyrics man, but that one was I don't know, it just sounded good.
Hmm.
So, big fan.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. I understand kind of now why Big Time was kind of not bad, but kind of shoved off a little bit compared to this kind of stuff. I love the building of this track. The pacing of it's great. I feel like all the long songs we've done in this video have like all been paced perfectly. But I love the kind of way that the bass was kind of picked up. You could like literally hear the pickup of it. I love that kind of tactile kind of pressure to it, especially when it's like such a pretty airy mix in the beginning. But yeah, I love her vocals. Again, you get a little bit of that kind of not raspiness, but like there's a little bit of like a growl there. And I got like a little bit of Kate Bush in like the third verse too, from with that low register. That was really cool. But yeah, lyrically, I just love the thing that like it's like questioning what makes her a woman in this relationship and kind of having this thing where it's a double entendre and her kind of like losing it after this breakup and questioning herself too. So really great. Love it. All right, next we got Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. No explanation,
classic.
just the song title. So
Oh,
I don't know if I've heard
alright.
this song. I might have.
I think I have. I don't know if I've listened to this record before. I think I've heard the big ones like Cecilia, Boxer, Baby Driver,
Of
obviously.
course.
Even though that's not one of the super popular ones on the record, but
They made a movie off of
they
it.
did make
so
a movie about it, and it's the end credit song of that movie.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard Bridge Over Troubled Water, the song. I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Right now.
I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just
Oh yeah, I've heard this song.
be found like a bridge over troubled waters. And pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl. Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way.
Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Holy moly. That's amazing. Yeah, so I think that's the first time I've listened to that song like actively. Um Growing up, my mom was always a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan. And by huge Simon and Garfunkel fan, I mean she loves the greatest hits record.
Of course.
I don't know. I think she just texted me literally like a week ago that was like, "Hey, I just finally listened to Bridge Over Troubled Water, the album. Oh, have you listened to the song Baby Driver? Did you know that there's a song Baby Driver?" I'm like, "Yes, I know
Yes.
that there's a song." So yeah. So I mean, I think I've heard that song in passing, but it's the first time I've listened to it. Holy moly. I'm a big fan of these types of songs, like um, like your Carole King Tapestry, like the song Tapestry. Um, I just love songs that are, they start off as these kind of piano ballad things with really strong vocals and kind of poetic lyrics, and then they kind of build into something. So this is definitely my speed. I probably should listen to this record because I know I would love it. I just re-listened to Graceland a month ago.
Yes.
It's a great record.
I need to re-listen to that.
It's so good. It's like too good for like an 80s Paul Simon record, but like, it's like it's so cool. It's so cool that there's all these like African artists working with them. It's a really cool fusion. So yeah, great song. I love that.
Yeah, that was really good. This is like weird for me because I usually don't like this type of song. I feel it's over dramatic and played out. It's like almost funeral music.
Yeah.
But this was managed very well. I love the progression of like, especially I love when like ballads have delicate piano playing while it's delicate, and then they really hammer it home when it does need that build. It's just a great like natural energy that comes from that. I love. But yeah, the way the song progressed was fantastic. You like feel every word because of the way they set up this instrumental. I love the just big crescendo at the end as well. Vocals are fantastic. Writing is great. It's simple. You get it right away. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's like not a song that I would listen to in my everyday passing, but it's one where it's like definitely like, ooh, yeah, that is like near perfect as a song. So
Yeah, I don't know if like that's not an everyday song,
No.
even for someone like me who
Yeah.
really likes these types of songs. No.
yeah, but no,
But-
that was near perfect. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
These are
Great
like kind of the
submission.
songs we're looking for because like no matter when they were made, no matter what the context, like it shines through clearly every time.
Yes.
So fantastic.
That's it.
Alrighty. Let me find the comment for this. Someone might do a write up for this song.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. We have too many comments here. So I should have organized this better. Okay, there it is. It's so hard to pick, but Car Seat Headrest, Beach Life and Death, 2018 version, is one that is not only an incredible musical and lyrical journey, but even after having heard it multiple times, it still managed to emotionally blindside me while casually listening to it on a road trip a few years back, to the point where I may or may not have been actively fighting off tears by the time I arrived at my destination. That it's kind of interesting because I had the same experience with this song. Friend of the show, Babjab, put it in a playlist when we were on a road trip, and that was the first time I heard this song, and I'm like, holy cow, this is like out of control emotionally. So I think I talked about this in our last episode because we did Bodies from the same album. And I prefer this song over Bodies, but we will give it a second listen just to confirm that. But Beach Life and Death.
All right.
Last night I drove to Harper's Ferry and I thought about you. There were signs on the roads that warned me of stop signs. The speed limit kept decreasing by 10 as we entered a town about halfway there. It was almost raining at the train station. We put our hoods on our heads at the train station. What should I do? Eat dinner. What should I do? Go to bed. Where can I go? Go to the store. Where can I go? Apply for jobs. Where can I go? Go to a friend's. Where can I go? Go to bed. I spent a week in Ocean City. Came back to find you were gone. I spent a week in Illinois. Came back to find you were still gone. I pretended I was drunk when I came out to my friends. I never came out to my friends. We were all on Skype. I am almost completely soulless. I am incapable of being human. I am incapable of being inhuman. I am living uncontrollably. It should be called anti-depression. As a friend of mine suggested, because it's not the sadness that hurts you. It's the brain's reaction against it. I wanna cut from your face to my face. I wanna cut on with an X-rated video. I don't want to go insane. I don't want to have schizophrenia. Do you have any crimes that we can use to pass the time? I am running out of drugs to try and we said we hated you ourselves. We wanted to leave you more groceries get eaten, get more groceries get eaten, get more groceries get eaten. Last night I dreamed he was trying to kill you. I woke up and I was trying to kill you. The ancients aren't coming. You can see that they tried to warn them. In the tales that they told their children, when they fell out of their heads in the morning, they said sex can be frightening, but the children were not listening, and the children cut out everything.
Beach Life and Death.
Oh, that's a crazy song. Yeah, I mean, I remember, we did Bodies. What was that, like a month ago at this point? We did our last one. I remember being like, oh, okay, I get it. I can see why people like this album. Now I really get it, because that song is probably, if not a masterpiece, at least a borderline masterpiece. It's
Mhm.
kind of crazy. We got, in my opinion, two back to back with Bridge Over Troubled Water and The Beach Life and Death. Um, yeah, that was holy moly. I don't know if I get all of the lyrics and themes. I understand that this is like the gay record, the gay boy, gay Gen Z record.
Yeah.
Um, a Zoomer. um, so I know that that is a thing. I've not listened, so I don't know what the context is, or what all that. I don't know anything about this record except for the two songs I've heard. But yeah, that song is way better than Bodies. Yeah, I am just kind of blown away. I'm in shock right now at how good that song was.
Yeah. No, fantastic, perfect, excellent. All the describers in the world. It's crazy because this record has like 4 or 5 of these that are like this quality. It's kind of insane. But yeah, amazing. Will Toledo has like a fantastic way of writing in this kind of storybook kind of way that just makes sense. The song just tackles like the mundane actions of life, depression because of everything being the same, not being able to fit in, not feeling comfortable coming out, like the whole thing where it's like he like says he comes out when he's drunk, and then if his friends don't approve, it's like that didn't happen. Just this song encompasses so much of like the modern human condition. It's kind of insane. It reads almost as like a philosophy statement rather than a song. And it's just like some nerdy dude on the internet that like uses a persona to make this music as like the writer. It's like a modern day masterpiece, this song is. And the parts are like, they're very different, but they all kind of feel connected still. I talked about it last time, but the energy he's able to make with just noisy guitar and his voice just like breaking almost in that like higher, stronger register, just really has something that like makes your adrenaline just go. The song gives me goosebumps like multiple times throughout it. Like it's, and even in this 2018 version, I haven't heard the 2011 version, but like the way that the guitars are mixed and just the chords going into that kind of noisy guitar are like really, really fantastic. Especially for something like this being originally recorded on like a laptop by himself. Like these compositions are crazy good.
Yeah.
So absolutely amazing. Like we'll probably have to react to this record at some point because it's kind of full of these, but this is kind of like the standout for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible. Like one of the most human songs I think you can get. Yeah, it's art like this that comes across to pretty much anybody, even if this is not your genre of music. Like it you just feel it. It's so genuine. It kind of hurts. But the only recent example I can hear of this is like this Foo Fighter record this year. Like the last 2 songs on this Foo Fighters record this year, surprisingly, kind of give off this feeling. And it blew me away when I first heard those 2 songs. And it's kind of the same fashion of this, where it's like, whoa, rock music just really lived up to what it's meant to be. That emotive kind of explosion kind of comes through here. So fantastic. Masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very good.
Cool. Spotify's having technical difficulties. So we're going to do a song that's not on Spotify because we do have a couple of those. Let me just put that link there. So we're going to do Joanna Newsom, Have One On Me. I think 2 people recommended this. I think one of them did a write-up for it.
Okay.
Objectively the best song ever, Have One On Me by Joanna Newsom, no doubt. An eclectic mix of the greatest songwriting I've ever read in my life. The layered, worldly instrumentals, the genius harp playing, the weird yet incredible vocal inflections, and the greatest song structure. Yeah, we will give it a chance. Joanna Newsom has like 1 song on Spotify, and it's like from the Muppets soundtrack.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm guessing I'm going to love this, but I'm also going to hate it because I won't be able to access it readily available. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Heard the cup drop off. Well, that's why they keep them around. The blackguard sat hard down with no without shield. And the old king fell from grace while Lola fled to save face and her career. Well, doesn't that just beat all Miss Gilbert called to Castlemaine by the silver dollar and the gold glitter? Well, I've seen lots, but never in a million years would think to see you here. At night I walk in the park with a whip between the lines of the whispering Jesuits who are poisoning against me. There's a big black spider hanging over my door, can't go anywhere anymore. Tell me, are you with me? I threw my bouquet and I knocked 'em dead. Bottle of white, bottle of red, helpless as a child when you held me in your arms, and I knew that no other could ever love me as you love me as you love. But help me, I'm leaving, honey. It was dark, I was drunk and half dead, and we slept knocking heads, sitting up in the stars, smoking and knocking heads like Louise. Don't you worry for me. You have one on me. Meanwhile, I will raise my own glass to how you made me fast and extended the land I would drink to your excellent health and your cruelty. Will you have one on me, helpless as a child?
Have one on me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I don't like the artsy stuff. But I thought that this one was pretty okay. I thought that the end I really liked, about like the last 5 minutes or so. Once it went like full on Celtic, I'm like, yeah, this is it. I liked that a lot, but the first bit of it was maybe a little bit too artsy for me. Just kind of felt like a little I don't want to say like avant-garde in a bad way, because there is good avant-garde stuff, but it's just like a little bit willy-nilly, a little bit like, oh, let's just put this there, that there, just and just to like make it sound artsy. Like it didn't really feel like there was any like actual substance to it. And you know, I know I just praised flowery lyrics and poetic stuff, but man, this is what are we doing here? I'm just not. This is not resonating with me at all. But as I'm looking through her Wikipedia page, I'm getting shocked by all of these things. Well, first of all, she's married to Andy Samberg. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But when you Google her, she has songwriting partners listed, and Questlove and Black Thought are the first two. I'm like, what the hell? What is happening? I feel I'm just very confused. But yeah, all right. It was all right. Not really for me. But, yeah.
So I disagree. I think this is incredible, and it's in a really Because when it first started out, I'm like, okay, yeah, we got harp. You're obviously calling back to an earlier, century. And these lyrics are very old timey. I'm like, what's happening? But as the song kind of expanded and takes you through all these like little journeys and snippets and pockets, everything kind of comes together in this really fantastic way where it's like you get the harpsichord of this kind of 19th century sound with these like kind of royalty and kings and queens, and then you get the Celtic element, and like I'm like, why is that there? But the song is kind of recounting the life of Lola Montez, which is a kind of an Irish Spanish dancer apparently in the 19th century, who was a mistress to the king of I believe Germany at the time. So the song kind of recounts her perspective as the 48 and 49 revolutions in Germany are happening, and her relationships to this king. And what happened during that is she fled to the United States to kind of become, I think, just like a dancer or an actress or something. So she fled to California, and she's kind of like taking this historical story of like someone fleeing and ending up in California and like then being objectified by your fame because you are a woman. And this dance that she did kind of like is held over her head as like her one tribute to society. And she kind of connects to the modern day and kind of her spotlight kind of moment and her fame and how it kind of affects her in a similar kind of way in drawing these parallels. It is very, very, very in-depth and kind of intimidating, especially not knowing what we were going to get into. But as the song kind of unfolded through like the 16, 17 verses on this song, it really is an intricate, like incredibly purposeful piece of music. I don't know how someone could sit through a whole record of stuff like this, because this would take like, you could write, a 50-page essay on this. But for someone like me, this is fantastic. Like, you're taking historical moments, you're seeing a character that you relate to, you're picking pieces, relating it to the modern day without just like doing a historical recount. They don't expect you to, they don't hold your hand in this song. She's kind of like, here it is, here you go, you can do the work for yourself. And I think it works out beautifully. It's definitely quirked up. You don't hear a lot of harpsichord, especially playing like that. It was going crazy. I love the Celtic kind of area too, but like, I mean, the sequencing of the song still works great. It does the same thing that Bridge Over Troubled Waters did for me, where it's like the vocal passages and stuff are being backed up by the instrumental, so you feel this kind of different varying emotions as the track goes. So really fantastic. Not one I'm just gonna put on every day, but like as a musical experience, this is like completely 100% unique. I've never had a song like that where it's like, oh, this is a whole historical lesson, but I'm also taking these and applying it to modern day. So really, really, really cool. Definitely not for everybody. I can definitely see that, because it is very, very heady, but really great. So nice job. Okay, we're gonna try to see if Spotify works real quick, but if not, I think we're done for the day.
Perfect.
Which honestly, it wouldn't be horrible to end on that one.
No, but that just means that next episode is going to be long.
It's still not working. Yeah, so Spotify's not playing nice with us. Unfortunately, Spotify's the easiest way to do this, to like listen with someone in succinct time. So there's probably gonna be 2 more parts of this series because there are still more to get through. And we were planning on doing like 3 more songs in this episode, but obviously we can't do that right now. But honestly, like the quality across this episode has been pretty great. So they were all kind of long, but they were all very purposeful in its length. So yeah, really fantastic. Again, the range we're getting from all these is kind of insane. I was thinking of like ranking like our top 5 songs out of this once we're done, and like that's gonna be kind of difficult, just seeing how insane these things are. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed all these. Couple of masterpieces in this episode as well. But we still got Pink Floyd. We got a Lingua Ignota song, which can be really fun.
Fun.
Really fun. It must be so scary for Jerry to know that I've like talked about Lingua Ignota on the podcast, where I'm like, you should not listen to this, and we're gonna listen to it. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, some great stuff here. Some I don't know if Twin Fantasy is on someone's wheel. I think it's on Bab Jab's
I think it's on
wheel.
Bab Jab's wheel.
I might have to add it to mine at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens next.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it. I know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. Next week we got Sufjan, All Delighted People, the hour-long EP, because that man cannot make anything short and sweet. So,
No.
but very excited for that. It's been a long time since we've done some Sufjan, but
Yeah.
stay tuned
I'm
for
excited.
that. There is increasingly more albums added to the wheel that like the songs are in these kind of videos. So I'll probably put the Angel Olsen. I want to do All Mirrors because I know that one's her more art pop, baroque pop type stuff, which I'm pretty interested in. So stay tuned. I mean, you might get full albums out of a lot of these submissions eventually, which is kind of the point. We wanted, great songs and then stuff we can kind of bridge off of. But that'll be coming eventually. We have a Twitter and a podcast if you want to see us elsewhere on the internet.
Yes.
If for some reason that inclines you, it's in the description. So other than that, that's all I have.
Yeah.
Happy
4th of July.
no.
That's the only thing I can think of that's coming
That is
up.
coming up, but I'm not wishing anybody a happy 4th of July.
Oh, you thought this was a rabbit? They thought this was a rabbit?
Oh, that's funny.
That's fucking funny, bitch. It's fucking Winnie the fucking Pooh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Fuck 4th of July.